Overall, I'm curious to see how the next one shapes up as well, what EU is going to look like. Mickey and Perks are known for doing two things, and it's being really strong as a duo and trolling a little bit. Those are the two things they're famous for. So we're going to see how they match up opposite of Reckless and Hylissang. We have the two best playmaking supports in Europe and kind of the hot blood new AD carry versus the classic Reckless, the people's champion, the fan favorite so often. And this time we're going to get to see picks and bans now that we've seen the meta develop. And instantly, Karma is gone. I love it.
I want to see if we're gonna get any mirror matchups, any handshakes for some spicy stuff. You know, maybe Pyke versus Pyke.
I feel like Pyke's going to go through. I think they're going to let Hylissang and Mickey play Pyke.
Oh no, they actually probably can't both play Pyke.
No, it's fine pick because they both play Velka.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, you're right. So both could go for Pyke. That'd be pretty hype. I don't know though if Fnatic would want a handshake on that or not. You could go double Pyke support, but Reckless isn't like, he doesn't play like the crazy stuff that Perks does. So maybe want to play it a little bit more standard, a little bit more pokey.
G2 Esports have banned Sivir. Bit of a call. Can't imagine that was the first choice, but clearly trying to limit some of the picks that have already been brought up.
Doesn't want Reckless to scale up.
No, doesn't want to give him that option. Once he gets to 80 minions, he just takes over a game. Thanks. Maybe not
Zyra
Pyke.
and Syndra. Okay.
Oh, I actually.
Oh.
I'm gonna be honest. Oh, that's interesting too.
Zyra Syndra seems really strong.
Zyra Syndra seems ridiculously impressive.
Yeah, that's a lot of poke. And also some pretty good all-in too, actually. If you hit a Scout of the Week, you could go for that full kill.
And plans just do so much damage.
But no one is locked in just yet, so they could be baiting us with this. We'll see if they want to swap it over. It would be pretty cool to see Hylissang go with one of his classic picks. But I don't think we're going to get the Rakan, because Rakan not too strong in this sort of situation, I wouldn't think.
No, and also just any kind of telegraph engage is
Was it a mirror? Looks like we got
Reckless
Zyra. Okay,
Morgana. I like the Black Shield. That could be potentially quite powerful, but the damage is definitely in favor of G2 right now.
It's a lot harder to hit a binding than it is to hit a Scout of the Week, because the minions can actually block that out. But that being said, the push from Morgana is actually very strong if you go W max. You know, maybe they're just trying to play again for kind of the CS win. Just try to shove in and push out Perks and Mickey. But I do think, you know, if you mistime your Black Shield at all, Zyra is super squishy. Zyra definitely having the potential to actually get burst out by a Syndra, so Perks certainly could look to try to knock down Hylissang. That being said, the flash all-in from Morgana is pretty good too. If you ever can hit a binding, the root is easy to follow up. They also have Black Shield for protection from any potential CC coming out, so we'll have to see how they're actually going to play this one out.
Yeah, a bit of a sustained damage advantage in favor of Fnatic, but the burst, of course, in favor of G2, Syndra versus Morgana as difference. We're going to have to find out here. Winner will advance to face the best NA has to offer. Winner of that, of course, will take the belt, the title best in the West. And that's all that matters, folks. That's the big deal. So here we go. G2 versus Fnatic. Reckless and Hylissang versus Perks and Mickey X.
I already feel like since they went double Corrupting Potion, they're just looking to push. And they're looking to try probably not as much to fight. We can see there's Ignite, though, from Hylissang, so he could be proving me wrong, but definitely I think you're looking to reset at least some, or you wouldn't have gone for this type of setup. G2, double Doran's Ring, the initial 2 health potions as well, so they're going to have some additional AP. We'll see, you know, as they kind of do set up their plans here, how they're going to watch how to play this one out.
And interesting, Mickey's opted for the Aerie here, hoping to get maybe a few more consistent procs.
Yeah, Aerie definitely, you know, pretty easy to apply. Comet, certainly, you know, more powerful potentially as it is AoE and generally higher damage, but you know, the cooldown is longer. You can't apply that with just like the auto attacks, and if you don't hit your root, it's not that hard to dodge anyway. You know, if it is just kind of that Q, they can kind of just walk straight out of the Comet, whereas the Aerie is much more guaranteed damage.
And you do have to feel like in these 2v2 exchanges that the mage meta is definitely going to favor our boy Perks. Former mid laner, of course, for those of you who missed the last 3 years of League of Legends. And Syndra, of course, one of his strongest picks historically.
I mean, Reckless has played a little bit of this sort of style. You know, he did play Karma this year in the LEC, so you know, he has kind of brought it out here and there, but certainly it's not his forte. It's not what he's known for. He's known as, you know, kind of this late game farming AD who is really, really strong on those scaling type picks.
Ooh, big damage though coming in. Of course, no Ignite on the side of G2 though. The response is there. Hylissang opting to extend the trade. Very risky. G2 very much coming out on top. Remember, it's Corrupting Potions versus the Doran's Ring.
Yeah, and Reckless wasn't level 2, actually, so it looks like he had missed some experience, or they were actually just giving that additional experience to Hylissang. Now does hit level 2, so not much chance for Fnatic to actually fight back there. And since Reckless had not hit level 2, he couldn't actually follow up on the root that did come out from Hylissang, because I think he started pool, so they are going to have a reset here from Hilly, getting use of that corrupting potion already, and Reckless just trying to farm out this wave as best he can.
And of course, easy to take control of that area with the health pack as the plants are spawned up over there, so even approaching that a little bit will be horrendous for the side of Fnatic. Do not want to get caught in that situation. And Perkz will now take the opportunity to back off. We, of course, don't get to see individual CS values, but I'll assume that he's gotten most of it.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely would be what you'd think. And Mickey's actually just kind of trying to stay around to deny some of this farm, I think. He's looking to harass them off of that wave as much as he can. And you can see a lot more gold certainly in the pockets there of Perkz, so he is going to get that reset. Mickey will be here to grab as much farm as he possibly can and try to make it more difficult for Fnatic to get the farm themselves. But Perkz sticking strong with this kind of more AP-style build. They are running Biscuits on both sides this time around, and he does have double Dorans now to boot, so it's a nice little poke coming out of the G2 side over onto Fnatic, but they have a lot of sustain, so it's going to be hard to actually kind of push them down, likely running Time Warp Tonic as well.
And I like that this is a little bit more balanced than our previous matches. We're seeing a bit more even in the CS department. Of course, when this wave does finally meet, G2 will have an advantage, but it's not nearly as sizable as some that we've seen in the past. And just a battle of poke once again. I think next year we ban melee or ban range champions. That's my new theory. I think we just make it like Tom Kench versus Tom Kench to the end. You know, RuneScape duel. Give the people a throwback.
Of all champions.
He just seems OP in melee versus melee, but G2 need to be careful. Because right now they're playing ranged, and Hylissang is smacking those quad plants, really messing Perkz up.
Yeah, Perkz got very low, but that was the ignite also from Hilly, so they're not going to get the kill, and Perkz holds onto his heal, so they now have summoner advantage. Reckless also used his heal, so they're actually up 2 summoners right now. So G2, if they can reset or even just heal up from all these potions that they have popped, are going to be looking like they're in a pretty good spot. And as you said earlier, they have the farm advantage right now, and 3 additional CS to pick up here. And I'd say add to their lead, so they are up 8 already.
Hylissang hiding in the brush, classic Hylissang, maybe looking for a bit of a trade here. Does not get quite the advantage that Mickey did earlier, where he was able to sustain the push, kind of be a threat and poke out. And you can see both teams kind of staggering their backs, making sure they don't lose total control of the wave or miss out on too much. I imagine we might see Mickey back here shortly. Definitely would like to pick up some items.
And that was actually pretty clever from Hylissang. He spawns the plants to the side to try to, aggro those creeps, but a binding does
Mickey,
land.
Hit by the Tormented Soil, good follow-up damage comes in. Double plant autos will connect, but doesn't matter too much here, and 50% of the minions already picked up by the side of G2. Level 6s are on the way. Perkz, though, completely out of mana. Good snare once again for Mickey, but he's actually completely out of mana. And definitely in terms of resource advantage at this exact moment, Fnatic are in the lead. Might change when we see the items come through.
I mean, Mickey hadn't gone back to base this entire game, so that's actually his first base of the game. Grabs the Dorans, grabs boots, and looking like he's just going to walk out without any health potions whatsoever. So won't have the sustain until his next Biscuit does come through. But it is Fnatic resetting once more, down quite a bit of farm. But we'll see if it does end up actually coming down to that, because thus far the only real aggressive move was actually made by Fnatic. They got Perkz down fairly low, but not able to force his summoners. So it's feeling like it is just kind of that farm battle, unless they are gonna handshake on a fight at the end, as Fnatic did with Origin last time, right?
I got the final moments, Battle Royale style, Ring of Death. Agree to the fight. Now Mickey, of course, hitting the level 6. Perkz a little bit behind as he has opted to back off. He does go for the Null Magic Mantle as well, just trying to mitigate some of the purely magic damage on the opposite side.
Yeah, super efficient buy, honestly. This early on, you're grabbing that Null Magic Mantle. Gonna be feeling pretty good. They're going in.
Flash forward, Hylissang looking for it. Can they get the ulti off? Hylissang now gonna be in trouble. Desire ulti comes through. Perkz is still alive. They have the summoner spell advantage, but Reckless has now locked him up. Perkz flashing to safety. Mickey trying to body block. Perkz is still alive. Oh gosh, the turn back for Mickey. The barrier is there. No one has gone down. This root will connect. Perkz trying to throw down a bit more damage. The Scatter of the Weak is there for the Tormented Soil. Burning. Not enough. Whoa, both teams on the edge, but Fnatic actually coming out on top despite the summoner disadvantage.
Yeah, really well played there by Fnatic. That was actually so close. Perkz actually grabbed the health pack, and that is really the only thing that kept him alive, as that had spawned. He's able to retreat back to get it. I mean, Reckless got both parts of his ultimate off. Hylissang with a great engage, and that may give Fnatic a little bit of time here to catch up. Still down a bit in the farm, and we'll see if Perkz gets back to collect this wave. So G2 will maintain their farm advantage, but Fnatic And showing they got some life in him, getting pretty close to taking down Perks.
Yeah, and honestly, up to this point, I wasn't a huge fan of the Fiendish Codex buy from Hylissang. I thought just more raw AP might be better, but now his ult is going to be up 10, 15 seconds sooner. If they can find another all-in, that is their opportunity to win the game and not make it be about farm.
Yeah, and the question is just, can you actually find that all-in? Can you find that window of opportunity before G2 just farms it out? Because they are sitting at 82 already. They are 10 CS ahead. So certainly a pretty big advantage as far as that does go. You know, you're depending on Perks and Mickey missing a lot of farm if it stays all things even.
Absolutely are. And of course, Perks' ulti is still up and on the way. Level 7's coming through. Hylissang a little bit behind in XP at this point in the game. But the Corrupting Potion's actually paying dividends for Fnatic in a lot of exchanges.
Yeah, I mean, they've based a number of times, so it's definitely, you know, been worth its weight in gold here, certainly. You can see Mickey grabbing a Null Magic Mantle as well. They know that they are ahead. It's kind of on Fnatic to find an all-in. Will be difficult because the flashes aren't going to come up for Fnatic before the game ends.
Flash forward, though. Hylissang now in trouble. Is going to get a little bit with a Nullifying Orb, though. Now locked up. Reckless in the midst of them. I think they might just lose out. Fnatic looking to finish it off. The knockup is going to come through. Reckless locked down. Mickey just needs to make it out of this one. It's all about minions. Is Mickey going to back off, or is he just going to stay true? Warriors honor, fight to the end.
I think he should stay there. I mean, they're pretty close as far as the farm goes. Unless Reckless is binding, he shouldn't be able to threaten you. So you just need to keep grabbing this farm. It's Reckless that needs to get the kill. You know, G2 is 5 CS away, and that CS is sitting right there. 4 CS away now.
Walking it back into tower, guiding it home.
That's game, as long as they decide they want it.
That's gonna do it, folks. 100 CS, it's all it takes. Fnatic coming out on top in a lot of those all-ins, but the CS advantage going in favor of G2 Esports.
Yeah, definitely a pretty close one there. Came down to that final all-in. Fnatic not quite able to finish off the second kill, but a lot closer than it originally looked like it was going to be as G2 was up on farm from the get-go. They are able to close it out, though, and they will challenge whoever comes out on top in the battle of the 2 NA teams remaining for best in the West.
I'm excited to find out. I'm excited to see who will come out on top for now. G2 reign victorious in this match. I'm wondering if we get like a hype CS replay. Oh no, an actual fight replay. I like that too.
Yeah, this is the previous all-in. I don't know what a hype CS replay is, but they were able to trade kills there.
There it is. Boom! Outplayed, folks. That's what you look forward to.
Wow.
Yes.
What a root on those minions. That was insane.
They didn't see it coming.
No, they
didn't move out of the way. What are they doing?
Some Lee Sin minions.